What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. Death Note episode 14. I mean, up until this point, Death Note has really done no wrong. I'm absolutely loving it. I think it's been great. Especially episode 12 and episode 13, I thought were just handled really, really well. How they, just tied Misa. Because you could have gone any direction with Misa you really wanted to, but how she was brought in, tied in, connected to X, Y, and Z, I think it's just been handled great. Um, I am worried that maybe it's been so good that possibly, because we're almost halfway, that maybe the second half won't be as strong. And I'm also curious kind of what could be done here. Because it was interesting to see, okay, what's Misa gonna do and how is Light gonna react to just this loose cannon that's pretty much like a factor he can't control. But now that factor is working with him. Not only working with him, he controls it. He controls both now. So how does Light lose? Why would this even need to remain a story? All you need to do is just have her see L, and that's it. Game's over. Even if it was so obvious as just tell Misa where you're meeting, or maybe see if Light can get L to sit down for coffee again. Have her show up in the place in her little outfit, see his name, they meet up that night, and it's over. It is done. It is over. Or she could just kill him on the spot, give her the Death Note back. But I just don't know how it goes wrong, like how they just don't rule the world. I think it's going to have to come down to Misa. She is the loose remaining factor, even though it's under his control. If she refuses to work, I mean, she is so infatuated with him, but maybe something changes her mind. That's literally the only thing I could see is something changes her mind to where she refuses to give Light L's name. I don't unless L is some kind of I don't know, death god himself that we don't know about, and she looks at him and can't even get his name, or maybe the other death gods can't even, unless it's something like that, which I just think L is a regular human. I just don't see how they just don't rule the world. Unless Misa changes her mind or does something. I think that's what it's going to have to come down to. Misa refuses to kill L or give out his information. Besides that, we'll see how the writing goes. I'm really interested to see how they handle the story now that L is essentially controlling Misa and has her Death Note in his custody. So we'll see. Drag this over here. Episode is titled Friend. We're pressing play right now. Let's do it. She's so devoted to him. And what's wild is exactly. Exactly. He has a touch of small piece. It's so creepy. It's wild. Night. He better go along with it before she switches up on his ass. He's going through those by Jesus. There's just no way that like that this they fail unless Misa changes her mind. There's no way they fail. Who bites popsicles like food? Oh, Misa. There could be others. Dang, she's down to ride. He better go along with it. Don't say yes. You don't. Do not mess this up. Don't mess this up. You better have a dates in your room every week. That was so dramatic. Take me to where Elle is. I'm telling you, go out for coffee. Go. He. Elle still goes to the school, right? Have her just show up on campus in her disguise one day. Tell him we're going to be here. Walk past, get the name, boom. It's that easy. It's that easy if you want her to see him. Don't mess this up. He's messing this up. He's messing this up bad. He's gonna mess. She is gonna be the reason this messes up. He's gonna. It's over. Misa's not gonna be able to be controlled. She's not gonna be able to be controlled. When it comes down to it, and they get the opportunity to see her and Elle, she's not. She's not gonna give the information needed. Oh God. Save her, you die. Yep, Rem would die. Is Rem willing to give up her life for that girl? Ryuk, help. Say something, Ryuk. You got something to counter this? Ryuk, help. Okay, Rem. Rem stepped up to the plate. Don't even think about it, you piece of shit. And Ryuk has nothing to offer. I mean, what can Ryuk do? He really should have walked her. Y'all need to talk some more. Ryuk's got nothing to say, nothing to offer. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Rem hates his ass. My thing is like what is Rem's connection to that other death god? Like, were they BFFs? Why do you want to see this human's life come to fruition so much just because that other death god loved her? Hmm. That's not a bad idea. Get someone to attack her. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way to take her out. Yeah, this isn't gonna go good. I just told you how to get Elle and her to see each other. Go sit down with Coffee again, plan another tennis match with him on campus, do something, and just have her be there. This episode seems pretty bright, doesn't it? Let's darken it a little bit. I made it a little bit darker. Who's this chick? So Elle just doesn't show up for classes and shit anymore, huh? Oh, there his ass is. Pray to God Misa didn't say something extra in this video and it was just exactly what was supposed to be said. Okay, everything's okay. And? Okay, she didn't say anything crazy. And the second Kira have met. Yeah. Yeah. Look at the bags under his eyes. True. But he was that. You were that careless. Oh, brother. This is just not good. Mm hmm. Bro, easy with that donut. Bro. Mm hmm. You gotta stop that, yeah. All this back and forth is like freaking his dad out. The fact that like Ryuk has his information right there. What? Why would you say something like that? Is he sincere in that? Get his ass on the tennis court, have her there, take his ass out. That's the title of the episode, friend. Um We don't know if that's truthful though. He could just be saying that just to say it, right? He just could be saying that to play with his mental. I don't know. Don't say it out loud. You're just out in the street. Don't ask. You're just speaking too loud on the street. You're speaking too loud on the street. You're speaking too loud on the street. Don't hit her. He's being tailed. He's being tailed. He's being tailed. This is a mess. An absolute mess. Don't ever do that shit again. He's not gonna hit her or anything crazy, right? Don't touch her. Don't do anything crazy. I don't like where this is going. Get Rem to kill L. Rem will die. Then you kill Misa. Good to go. So now Misa's gonna beg Rem to do it. Teasy really using her hard. What's Rem gonna do? I can't believe she showed up in the middle of the street. But oh God. Go back, go back. I want to listen to that remark that Ryuk said. Keep going back, go back, go back. Okay, and then this. Hold on, I'm gonna pause it real quick. I said, get Rem to kill L, and that will kill Rem, and then he can kill me. So that's incorrect because up to this moment, L poses no threat to Misa, so Rem isn't saving Misa's life or anything. So even if Rem kills L, it changes nothing as far as Rem still being able to kill Light, if he harms Misa in that full circle. So I think I said that incorrectly. Oh, okay. See, I didn't know this little detail. I always wondered this. Ryuk says shinigami are forbidden to give out a person's name to anyone. When he says this, does he mean anyone with a death note or anyone in general? Well, it has to be someone with a death note because you would never even be able to communicate with a shinigami if you didn't have a death note. So to say that, a shinigami can't give out anybody's name, who would they? No human can see you if they haven't touched the death note. So you wouldn't be able to give out information to anybody anyway because they can't see you. So when he says give out a person's name to anyone, I'm guessing he means anyone with a death note. I was always curious about that because if there were, let's say Ryuk and Light's relationship was like Rem and Misa's relationship. Let's just flip the two relationships for a minute. Ryuk would see how much stress and heartache and pain that L is causing Light. Light's trying to do all these things, but L keeps getting in the way. Ryuk could easily, all the times they've been passing each other, he's been in the room with L tens of times. He could have easily just written L drops dead, and he did that for Light. You know, that could have easily been done, and Light wouldn't have had to do any of it. Um, but I was always curious about that. If Ryuk was just like one day, Light woke up and he's like, here's L's name. Just write that man's name down and get it over with. But it looks like you can't. Go back again? What did he specifically say? It's true. Shinigami are forbidden. That's crazy. And I'm gonna go back and look at this ending. I still cannot believe. I mean, I've already been talking about it. She's a loose cannon, a remaining factor that's just never ever going to be able to be fully controlled. Um, that she just shows up on the street. We know he's being tailed. I don't know if Light knows he's being tailed. He's playing that game. He's trying to manipulate every single factor. How big do those fucking death cuts have to be? That's gonna be a tight ass room. The music they played right here is great as well. Seeing a human be affectionate on a death god is something we haven't seen either. And that's all it took. I couldn't tell with that tone that Light was talking with right there. He said L will die. That's all it took. Does he feel saddened? Is he just in disbelief, like, wow, it's really gonna happen, he's finally going to be dead? Or is he like, wait, are we friends type thing? I don't know. Again, just as we say, Light, plays the chessboard and he manipulates everything he can, and we don't truly know, because like I said, I've been bringing, we rarely see emotion from L. So like when he collapsed on the floor a couple episodes ago and was screaming at the top of his lungs and stuff, it was good to see that because we never get to see any of that from him. So we never get to like tear down that like third wall and go into his inner thoughts that much when he's just not talking out loud to other people. Is L truly his first friend? Does he feel like BFF's the brother he never had? Like, you're really my pal? Or is he just saying that to spark emotion? Maybe have Light second guess wanting to kill him, making him struggle with it mentally. Maybe it's a little bit of both. Maybe he's like, Light is my friend. He also could kill me at any point. Maybe if there's a way to save my life and to let him know that I actually think he's a friend of mine, I'll tell him. I don't know. We did see that crazy girlfriend emotion from Misa here, saying I'll kill any other girl I see, blah blah blah. That back and forth of like, I'll kill a girl, I'll kill anybody you're with, and then Light's like, nope, but I'll kill you, and then Rem's like, I'll kill everybody in here. Was pretty great, and it's crazy to see. Just like, I don't know what that other Death God's relationship was to Rem, or why she would want to carry this out so much, and then suffer the same fate that the other one did for this girl. She's really loyal to her friend. Uh, we'll see how all that plays out. And like I said, it's actually interesting that he didn't say, he was saying, I got to figure out a way to meet with L and have Misa be there, so she can get his name and we can write it and end it. Ask him if he wants to go out for coffee again. Ask him if he wants to meet up at school and play tennis like they just said. And all that. L might be a little more cautious of doing that because of the second Kira, and saying, he just needs to see you and that's it. So maybe he won't risk going out somewhere with Light because he suspects Light's made contact with the other Kira, and who knows like who the other Kira could be because they don't know. That would be the ideal, easiest plan I see. But the just elementary level easiest, because Rem doesn't have to stay by Misa's side at all. Just your next police meeting, take Ryuk, take Rem with you. She doesn't have to stay with Misa. She goes in there, sees him, writes it, man's dead. That's it. That's it. So again, like the chips were all in on our side already. Like we had the momentum. Like there's a 99% chance we just eliminate it L and get him out the way with the Misa light combo. Add Rem on top of that, it's 99.9. Like don't fumble this. And it's really coming down to light. If he messes up something with Misa, that's how I see this going. Because it'll make Misa not want to, like Misa will find out L's name and not give it. Rem will then see that's not what Misa wants anymore. She will not give L's name. And it's going to end in Light accomplishing nothing, probably getting himself found out. So don't mess this up. If she says she wants to go on dates, you go on dates. Both of you go out in disguises. I don't care what it is. Even though he's being tailed. Have her show up at your house every night and y'all just have dates at the house. Do whatever it's got to be. Just don't mess this up. And he's going to mess it up. I know he is. That's what's going to happen. Misa's going to take a liking to L, or she's going to switch up and get angry and whatever, and it's just going to be a disaster. But I'm here for it. Again, another great banger of an episode. We'll leave it at that. Everybody should see this on the 23rd. The 24th will already be an Avatar episode that I already have because we're like 10 episodes ahead on Patreon, so that'll be good to go for YouTube. Friday, Hunter x Hunter chapter, which I already have done, that'll be up ready to go on YouTube. And then I'll get another Death Note reaction up on Saturday. Then the full-length reaction to Attack on Titan episode 3 will be up Sunday. And then Patreon members will be getting another 2 Avatar episodes this week as well. So those are the only things I really have to sit down and do is the 2 other ones, because everything else has already been done. Yeah, should be able to get everything good and in for the holidays. Appreciate it, everybody. Death Note with another banger. Yeah, catch you all in the next one. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, as always.